Hey y'all, Will here, otherwise Xelray, and we're going to go over Mensdevoran normal mode. I'm doing a solo run and completion. Going to go over the moves so you can see it a little bit easier. And we're going to get started immediately. Weak spot damage is the name of the game. Smash, he'll smash either on the left or right hand side. You had to hit the respective arm on the weak spot. Then we have a swipe. The hand is the target spot. So that's two mechanics down. You have to hide on the inner side to not get hit or launched off of the platform. He will launch you off the platform. Believe you me, I've done it many times. Next, he has a cry phase. This cry, you have a weak spot of the head. You have two things that land on the ground. One being minor enemies. Two being an item that you can throw and blow up on him. If you do get that easily enough, it will make him reel back and you have an opening to deal more weak spot damage. This is another opening for weak spot damage. You pick up the cortex, you hit him in the belly before he pukes all over you. Do a ton of damage. That's most of the mechanics of the early fight. I'm exploiting power surge on this, and I hit this ad phase very quickly. He spawns a giant monster, he brings down a red beam on your head, and you have flying mobs you have to deal with. Going down here on solo mode is strategic, yet this feels almost like a bug and probably won't be in this fight next time. It disengages the boss so you can focus your ads without having to worry about the boss also pummeling you with moves. It gets very hectic, so this allows you to see a little bit better. I'm using Mr. Wish for the weak spot, or his own damage, and the vulnerability from the bullseye he puts on the monsters, so I can burn this guy down. These mini bosses have an insane amount of health. You have to be very careful around them. They're going to one or two shot you depending on your health. And you have to always be healing. Quick activators are the way to go. You have to use quick. Once you burn the big guy down, your next target are the flying mobs. If you don't take those down in time, they will hurt you and make you fail. I learned that the hard way. It's very hard to dodge his moves once he's down. Straight to the flying mobs. That is very important. Go to the other side, do the same thing. You have flyers on both sides. It restarts for the most part into the next phase, which was just like the first phase. Yet we are still missing one move to explain. I'm going to wait for that. I feel this fight is a little bit buggy. Auditorially, it is, absolutely. But also weak spot damage is the way to go. You can see that I just lost my my power surge damage, the lightning damage. So here's the beams. You have 3 sections of the stage. 3 sections. When it goes away, you're hopefully on one of the sections. You let him slam that section. Run away so you don't get hurt. You had to do this over 3 times per this phase. You want to hit each of the platforms. So left, right, and center. You want to prioritize the left and right stages because the next time he does this, he will blow up one of the stages. So you have to be very careful. It says cracks are starting to appear on the stage, on the field. Weak spot game. I do not have any power surge anymore. I'm just doing a standard weapon build. That's all I can do from here on out. Once he finishes this, we're good. That's the bug I was talking about. Power surge not working. It worked to the point where it shouldn't have too. Got a lot of damage early, so I'm taking it for what it is. This is a very long fight. On the last blast of his fist, he'll do it twice because he always starts a new phase with the slam of one of his fists. Then he usually starts with the swing again. Hopefully next time we'll see his other move that I have not mentioned yet. It's an orb that he spawns in front of his chest, and I'm hoping we see that after his hands close here. And we do. Belly's the weak point. He spawns tracking bullets, as you see them there. I'm going to take a lot of this damage so I can continue hitting that weak spot when I can. You have to dodge the big orb. It's a one-shot kill. You need quick activators for the most part. I would bring 30, 40 just to get you going. That'll get you a few attempts. But they're one of your best friends in this fight. That cortex that I missed, that ball that I missed when I threw at him, you have to hit him in the weak spot, otherwise it does not take effect. It's much harder than the stomach shot. As you can see, it's all weak spot damage here on out. I have these small enemies. I'm going to kite them. If you kite them, they will usually get knocked out by his next cry phase. If I don't have a chance to attack because the weak spot isn't up, I'll take them down then. But if the weak spot is open, I'm going to attack first. As you see, there's ads up. I said forget those things. I have these trackers. You run away a little bit, start fighting again. You'll see my health dip. And as soon as I reload, I'm healing. Come on. Once those are gone, there's the heal. We follow this phase. That's everything. I'm going to fast forward this. This is a 22-minute fight for a solo clear for me. My weapons were not appropriate for this fight after they bugged out. I trucked through it. We'll see in a second with a little bit more action before we continue talking about this. And I got a slam, and this is my third and last down. As I said, we want to go down here. We can disassociate from the boss, take down our ads. I use Mr. Wish as I said beforehand. We knock them down, and we get ready for this last phase. You'll see how it works. At the very end of that fast forward, I took one slam, and I'm making a purpose of taking another here. You can see I almost got knocked down right there. These mini-bosses are abhorrent, and they have too much health, or I just have too weak of a build. But consistency is how this battle is won. As I said, a 22-minute battle to get to the end of this. It was very, very time-consuming. We're starting it back up. My noise has kind of disintegrated so far, so you're going to hear some video and audio artifacting. Red beam comes down, he appears, he gets ready to slam, I run away, and it's gone. The field is gone. Okay, and he starts up with another slam, I run away, jump. He has two shockwaves. If you're too close, you have to jump the first shockwave too. Get him down, he starts his normal wave, he goes now with that. Again, shoot him in the belly, run away from the tracking targets, shoot him in the belly, get ready to heal up afterwards. You'll see me pin myself in the arm, boom. Ran away from that. He starts to sweep. Now this is tricky. You have to run to the very corner and see that little stick. That little stick will hurt you. And it's a terrible feeling. You think you're going to get shoved off every time. I've had it happen. Don't you worry. You don't want it to happen to you. Okay, here it is. The final mechanic. Video and audio do not match up. There it goes. He spawns these pillars of ugliness, I'll call them. And you have to dodge them while hitting his weak spot. We're going to do this for a while. This phase takes a while because you don't get very many good opportunities for a straight-on shot of damage. And we repeat, and we repeat, and we repeat. We'll be back so you can see what happens near the end as well. Oh man, we're on the last stretch now. And this fight taught me one thing about Once Human, is that if they have more fights like these, I'm going to have an exquisite time during their seasonal campaigns, because they're bringing mechanics and challenges that I didn't think I'd see in many shooters. This was the first time, or similar to the first time, that I played Destiny and I got into Destiny, because I felt like, oh, these shooter games are incorporating the multiplayer RPG mechanics that I enjoy playing and solving and riddling through. And this proves to me that this game can do that, and the devs are able to construct fights that are fun. Although this one is very, very long-winded, I think for my current gear level, I still got through it, and I made my way very delicately through all these different pieces of the puzzle. Now, what you may be wondering is, what do you get for winning here? And let me tell you, the rewards are crazy. You get great rewards. And not only that, you get a unique deviant as well that I don't think many people will have, even though they summed it up as you can get 10 of these for your base defense, and that's just not the case. There is the victory. That was a 22-minute battle, a 22-minute struggle. I have broken gear. I went through half of my durability of my magazine, or of my rifle, because of how many shots I took. And look at that. There he is. The Nutcracker. Item obtained. I don't know about server first or anything. I'm sure other people have done what I've done, but I put in a good effort and I got it. Now take a look at some of these mods. There's multiple legendary mods, 4 of them, 200 Stardust, 4 purple mods. You get a lot of rewards from this guy, so it is worth it if you can do it. I don't know if anyone's going to be farming him, but maybe once a night you can get a whole bunch of mods, learn how the fight works, and I can't imagine what hard mode and maybe master mode will have for us in this fight. I am very excited to see more fights like this from this game, and I hope you are too. There's some push-ups, victory push-ups, showing that I still got some strength left. And thank you all for watching. Hopefully this video helped you learn about this fight so that you know what to do, and hopefully you can get something out of this. I'll catch you later.